Well, I'm not going to say he's wrong because he's not wrong. I am going to disagree with the idea that martial artists are always more deadly than a tire iron because I have some anecdotal evidence. This happened many years ago, and the guy who was attacked was my uncle. He was my Uncle Thomas. God rest his soul. Okay. Shout out to all my cousins that descend from his branch. He's my grandma. He was my grandmother's brother. And he came and he told me this, what he did and what happened right afterwards. And his reason for telling me was, if I can quote him right, so that boy don't think that his karate is going to make him beat up everything. That his karate makes him something like that. So he don't think that he can't be whooped with his karate or something like that. Long story short, a martial artist started arguing with my uncle over a parking space. And Uncle Thomas was probably about, I think he might have been about 50 at the time, maybe 55. Okay. So he was about 10 years older than I am now. So by no means a young man. But he's pretty strong. His forearms, man, look like he lived in the gym, even though he didn't. He did a lot of farming over the years. So he said the martial artist kept yelling at him and antagonizing him, was being aggressive towards him. So he goes around to the back of the car, and the martial artist is still tackling him. He opened up the car and was looking the guy right in the face. And he reached in there for the tie iron. He said the martial artist still kept coming at him. And then the martial artist went to make a move at him, and he cracked him across the face with the tie iron and knocked the guy out. So he knocked the guy out, tie iron back in the car, closed the door, closed the trunk, got in the car, drove off. So, dear prosecutors who may happen to see this, get over the idea that a tire iron is inferior to martial arts technique. Because as far as I know, Uncle Thomas was not a martial artist. There are people in this world who don't really need to be a martial artist. Now, if you think you're one of those people, you're probably not. It's not a matter of you think you're one of those people. If you truly know in your heart if you don't need it. Okay? He out-strategized the martial artists. So, I know there are techniques that they teach you that can handle that type of thing. But when push came to shove, the old man beat the young one because the old man used his brain and just came with, he said he just swung it with a lateral swing real fast. And I said, how'd you know he was going to do some type of rights? And he said, he went down funny and he did like this. He went down funny like this and started breathing all hard and weird. He's like, I'm not giving him a chance. When he came up, I hit him. So, and honestly, I really don't think that Uncle Thomas would have gotten in trouble with that legally because he was in his 50s. The guy was probably younger than him, and the guy was going to try to come down and then come up with some kind of weird thing. And he was being aggressive towards Uncle Thomas over a parking spot. So I don't think the guy's dead either because that definitely would have made the local paper and people would have been talking about it because the town was even smaller back then. If you sneezed, somebody knew about it. So anyone happen to watch this, any of you prosecutors out there, don't expect somebody to go to Taekwondo kicks instead of using a gun. Let them use their gun, especially if somebody's coming at them with a tire iron. An old man saved his own life that way. Peace.